Welcome back, everybody, and it is a snow day here in Billings, Montana. It's week 11, and we have another Mountain West Conference matchup today as we take on BYU on our home turf. We come in as underdogs according to Kirk Herbstreit, and it's easy to see why, as they have a very dangerous offense, led by some NFL caliber players on both sides of the ball. At quarterback, Taysom Hill is about as dangerous as they come. Only a sophomore, he is the epitome of dual threat, and we should see him in this series for a few seasons. He has good speed for the position and can sling the ball when needed, showcased by his over 1,500 yards passing and almost 400 yards rushing, totaling 12 touchdowns on the season. We'll see Jamal Williams at running back. Another sophomore, he has good ball carrier skills and looks to be a problem in the running game. He's accounted for just under 500 yards on the ground and added another 300 yards receiving with a combined 6 touchdowns. They have some talent at wide receiver, but statistically they are led by Cody Hoffman, a senior with a good blend of size and speed and excellent hands. He accounts for nearly half of Taysom Hill's passing yards on 45 catches, but only 3 touchdowns on the season, so we definitely have to watch out for him. The senior, Keniqua Friel, is listed as a starter at tight end, but there is a lot of depth behind him, and that continues to the offensive line where they have a mix of upper and underclassmen starting. The defensive line features some big playmakers. Notably, defensive tackle Marcus Johnson is tied for the team lead in sacks with 2 on the season. The linebacking core is anchored by senior right outside linebacker Kyle Van Noy. There isn't really a weak spot in his game, and he's sure to be flying around the field all day. He leads the team in tackles, tackles for loss, tied in sacks with Marcus Johnson, and also has an interception on the season. The secondary is spearheaded by cornerbacks Jordan Johnson, who has a pick 6 on the year, and Trenton Trammell, who leads the team in interceptions with 2. And safeties Craig Bills and Daniel Sorensen round out the secondary starters. I'm sure there's some names there you and I both recognize as NFL players, and there's some guys I had to look up how to pronounce, so this is sure to be an interesting game against a team that has found their stride lately, winning 4 out of their last 5. And we also have a visit today in defensive end Lawrence Johnson, so we're hoping to have a big day from our defense. And if you think we can pull off the upset, how about you leave a like, and if you don't, why not do the same and leave a comment letting me know why you think that and what you think after the game. But enough of that, as we are underway and have our first snow game in the series as Trammell takes this kickoff inside the 5, and he's downed at about the 28-yard line. And that's where BYU is going to start this game off, as Taysom Hill is in the backfield in the shotgun, Williams to the left of him. Taysom Hill swings it out to the left to Williams, and he has a first down as he runs through a defender. 13 yards on the catch for Williams. In the pistol now on first down at about the 40-yard line. Hill gets it out quick to Falslev, and he is stopped just short of the first down, 2nd and 1 after a 9-yard pickup. And this time Williams offset in the backfield off to the right of Hill, and he gets the handoff up the middle, and he has some room. A tackle missed by Murray, and he is finally brought down by Bobby Doucette. A huge pickup of 25 yards for Jamal Williams, and that is just amazing blocking from the Cougars, as that gives them a new set of downs just outside of the 25. Hill's back to pass on first down and gets it out to the tight end Friel, who stiff arms Rooney, but he's met by another couple Grizzlies, and that brings him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2 as Hardy is trying to get this crowd behind this defense, and it's a read option. Hill held up a little bit in the backfield, but he's brought down by Rudy Norwood, and that looks to be, yep, that is a face mask, and that just brings them a little bit closer. So now they have 1st and goal at the 7-yard line, as that's given up to Williams. He makes a great cut, and he is in for the touchdown right up the middle, untouched. A great job by this BYU team just blocking and creating holes for him, as the extra point is up and good, and that will give them a 7-0 lead as we get a studio update, as number 1 Oregon is able to hold off Stanford to the tune of 14-17. DeAnthony Thomas with a huge day as the Grizzlies come out here trying to answer for that quick touchdown on the first drive. And first down handoff goes to Bryant, trying to find the edge. He can't quite get there as he's met by a couple Cougars. 4-yard pickup. 2nd and 6. Hodges comes in motion, and McConnell keeps the option. And he slides down after he picks up a first down. About a pickup of 10 yards on that play. At the 43 now are the Grizzlies, and McConnell drops out. A lot of pressure sent. He finds the open man Harden, and he is going down the field. Finally dropped it about the 28 after a pickup of 27. A huge job, and McConnell slips as he drops back, but he's able to still get it out to the senior tight end, and a huge gain will give them a new set of downs. McConnell drops back, pressure sent again, and gets it quick over the middle to Bradford, who has 11 yards. Clark Griswold is enjoying the drive. 1st and 10, just inside the red zone. McConnell drops back, gets it out to the right to Henderson. He's going for the end zone, but he is knocked out of bounds just shy. The ball comes out, but it's out of bounds. And it's 1st and goal at the 2. McConnell hands it off to Keith, and he can't quite get to the end zone as he has dropped just short. And that'll bring up 2nd and goal as the Grizzlies go a hurry up, trying to catch this defense off guard, it looks like. Keith giving the handoff again, and this time he finds pay dirt. Able to punch it in from inches out. Wes Keith, the senior running back, the power back, able to make his way. And the extra point will make this a tie ball game. Great job by the Grizzlies answering for the Cougars touchdown. And the Cougars come out, new set of downs. 4:41 left in the 1st quarter as Hill is back to pass. Scrambles out to the right. He's able to find some room and slides down after he picks up the 1st down. No reason to get injured as it's a new set of downs for the Cougars. Taysom Hill's back to pass once again. This time throws it over the middle to Ridley, who breaks a couple tackles. Finally brought down by Alfred Kent after a 20-yard pickup. Skylar Ridley on the catch. At the 38-yard line now, the Cougars, a lot of pressure sent as Taysom Hill just has to throw this one away. Pressure didn't get home, but it forced him to be anxious and let go of the pass. So great job by the Grizzlies defense. As on 2nd down, this is thrown out to Hoffman, who makes a great catch. 25 yards laying out by Cody Hoffman, showing off those hands that we highlighted in the pregame. A huge play by the Cougars, and they have a new 1st down inside the 15-yard line. Williams gets the handoff, tries to power ahead, but stopped by Murray. 6-yard pickup, 2nd and 4 now. Taysom Hill alone in the backfield. Tries to scramble out, scrambles out up the middle, and he powers his way in for a touchdown. Great job by Taysom Hill, the sophomore. No one was covering the middle of the field. He's met a couple yards shy, but shows off that strength. Drags a couple players in, and they're up 14-7 now. And Montana State will start their drive here, just shy of the 20-yard line. McConnell gets it out to Harden, and he has a 1st down. He has been a safety valve for McConnell so far today. 2 catches, 43 yards. And they go hurry up once again. McConnell hands it off to Bryant. Bryant trying to get a block on the outside, but only squeaks ahead for 3 yards. Not much running room so far on the game today. 2nd and 7 as this is a read option, and McConnell keeps it, cuts up the middle, and he's able to pick up a 13-yard gain. A big 1st down for the Grizzlies to keep this drive moving, and they're across midfield now. Wes Keith in the backfield as McConnell keeps it, runs into his own blocker, and he picks up a couple. 2nd and 5 now. Pressure sets the screen out to Bryant. Makes a great move. Jared Bryant putting someone in the spin cycle. A spin that would make Chris Berman happy. And he pays the price, taking a huge shot at the end of that play. Stopped just shy of the 1st down, and this is given to Keith, and he does not get the conversion. Stopped in the backfield, and 4th and 3, the Grizzlies are going to go for it. McConnell takes a snap. A lot of pressure sent. McConnell just gets this out to the right. Bradford, looks like he's stopped short, but I think the referees are going to give it to him. And it looks like the Grizzlies are going to go hurry up to try and make sure they don't review this. And the snap is off. McConnell gets it out to Rushing, who makes the catch. 13 yards and a new 1st down. Here at the 25-yard line, Henderson comes in motion. McConnell keeps it from the read option, pitches it out now, and Henderson just couldn't get away. He's stopped by Bradford trying to make the block, but a great job by Bradford on the block. Just Henderson couldn't get open space. 2nd and 6 now as the first quarter is winding down. This is thrown out to Bradford on the screen, who finds the open edge. And he's able to pick up a first down with a 7-yard reception. 3 for 21 on the day as the clock still ticks. Hodges comes in motion now as McConnell, read option, keeps it himself, and he has some space in the middle, and he is in for a touchdown. Looking to tie this game up, Nick McConnell takes it in himself. Saw what Taysom Hill did last drive, and he said, I can run the ball too. And the extra point will make this a tie ball game. 17 seconds left in the first, and this is turning into a very exciting game. 4 touchdowns scored so far, and BYU is looking to answer again. Looks like we might be in store for a high-scoring matchup today. As Hill hands this off to Williams up the middle, he makes a cut to the right, runs through a defender. He's out at the 40. A tackle's missed, and no one is going to catch Jamal Williams as he is in the end zone for another score for BYU. Scoring fast and often is this Cougars offense. And they said they weren't done in the first quarter scoring, as Jamal Williams breaks off a huge touchdown run, and the extra point makes it a 21-14 game. A huge play from this Cougars offense. That is just incredible. And Montana State comes out. Andre Lilly in the backfield now at quarterback, as he takes this one himself, cuts upside, gets a couple blocks. He has another block downfield. Can he be caught? And he is tackled, brought down from behind by Kyle Van Noy, but a huge game by Andre Lilly to end the first quarter. That is a great way to end the first quarter, as this time he is hit as he lets go. Incompletion on 1st and 10. Brings up a 2nd and 10. Pressure sent, and that is passed out to the open man, LaShawn Henderson. 3rd and inches now. Andre Lilly just hands this one off to Bryant, and he has enough for the first, but doesn't want to go down easy, and he picks up a gain of 6. New set of downs now. Andre Lilly hands it off to Bryant, who can't find the edge, doesn't quite have the speed, but picks up 3 yards. 2nd and 7. Andre Lilly play action, has to scramble out left and is able to get it out to Harden. Another check down as he picks up 4 yards. A big 3rd and 4 coming up now. See if they can make a conversion. Lilly alone in the backfield as this is given out quick to a wide open Bradford, and he is down just outside of the 5. 8-yard pickup, 4 catches for Bradford so far on the day. Lilly making adjustments on 1st and goal as this is given to Bryant up the middle, who is tackled by his shoestrings. Picks up a few. 2nd and goal now as the Grizzlies are going to go hurry up. Looks like they may have seen something. And Lilly goes down hard. Sacked for 8 yards as the Cougars just sent too much pressure. They were lined up in the goal line, and the Grizzlies receivers just couldn't get open. Number 22 runs through unblocked, brings down Lilly, and we'll see what they have planned on 3rd and goal. As pressure is sent from the outside, and that is passed to B.J. Reddick. Another touchdown here in the first half. Wide open man B.J. Reddick in the middle of the field. Looks like BYU sent the blitz at the incorrect time, and it pays off for the Grizzlies. The extra point makes this another tie game, 21-all. Huge scoring game, and those fans are insane for being out in this weather with no shirts on. We'll see if BYU has the game plan to answer on this next drive. The Grizzlies adjust the D-line, and that is given out quick to Hoffman, who is able to make the catch and tackled immediately, a 7-yard pickup. 2nd and 3 now, 4:45 left in the first half, as this is given off to Williams, and he has nowhere to go. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage, but still 5 carries, 107 yards on the day. He's having a hell of a game. 3rd and 3 now, as we see Hill drops back, throws it out to the left, and that is caught by Cody Hoffman on the sideline. 17-yard completion to continue the drive, and first down's given out on a screen pass. J.D. Falslev, 5-yard reception. 2nd and 5 coming up. Taysom Hill sends Williams in motion. Gets a snap, and he throws it out to Ridley, who gets clotheslined by Nathan Goodwin, I believe that is. But he has the first down, holds on to the ball. And Hill's back to pass here on first down, and he is pressured, and he is finally brought down by Alfred Kent. Sacked for 4-yard loss. Great pursuit by this Grizzlies defense. If he wasn't going to get there, he had about another 3 or 4 guys there to make the tackle. So that brings up a 2nd and 14 now for the Cougars. Hill gets a snap, back to pass, dumps it off to Williams off the left side, and Hamby brings him down by his face mask, it looks like, and that is going to be another first down, as that is the second face mask that gives them a first down this game so far. 1st and 10 here, just outside of the 25. Hill takes a snap, gives it off to Williams. He's looking for the corner, but Murray makes a great tackle in the backfield. Dropped for 2 yards. And it's 2nd and 12 now. Hill alone in the backfield, tries to scramble out to the right, and he is dropped by Lewis Mitchell. First sack on the game for the senior, and a great job of him fighting through that block, being relentless with his pressure. Is able to drop him down, and the Cougars now have a 3rd and 19. Hill's in the backfield with Williams to the right. 3 receivers to the right for the Cougars, as Hill is hit as soon as he lets go. Great job by the Grizzlies on this drive to make a great stand, and the Cougars are going to have to kick this field goal. Looks to be about a 43-yarder, and that is up and slightly to the right, but it is still good to give them a 3-point lead. And that takes us to a studio update as we see Texas Tech trying to hold off number 5 Kansas State and cause the upset. Maybe that's a game that we can get you guys updated on later in the game. But for now, Montana State comes out. Andre Lilly still in at quarterback. 1:47 left in the half as they try and answer. Get some points before the half. Lilly's able to scramble away from pressure, and he picks up a first down trying to make a man miss. But he picks up 13. New set of downs for the Grizzlies. 1st and 10 at the 26. Lilly throws it out to Bradford, but he just tries to fit it into too small of a hole. And that brings up a 2nd and 10. Lilly in the pistol. Henderson comes in motion, and Lilly just gives that to Bryant, who is going nowhere. Maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but I'm not sure how close it was as BYU takes a timeout. And on 3rd and 10, Lilly throws it out to a wide open Henderson. Finds the open pocket. Great pass by Andre Lilly. Finding a spot where the defense couldn't get it. Throwing it where only Henderson could catch it. And that keeps the drive alive. 1:21 as Henderson stepped out of bounds to stop the clock. And Lilly with the read option keeps it himself. Runs it to the right off tackle. Gives a little shimmy shake but can't get away from the defenders. A 6-yard pickup. Up-tempo offense still. 2nd and 4. A minute left as Lilly takes the snap. Scrambles out right. Throws it deep down the field, and that is deflected and luckily just drops down to the turf. Could have been intercepted, but clock stops. 3rd and 4 now. Lilly takes a snap. Pressure sent, and that is given off to Russian on the screen. And he's able to pick up 11 yards. Gets them out just past the 40 in BYU territory. 40 seconds left now. Lilly takes the snap in the gun, and he gets it off to the right. And that is intercepted by Daniel Sorensen, and a huge hit by Garen Patrick to stop him from returning it even further. A great job by Sorensen by biting on the route. And it looks like Andre Lilly just tried to make too much happen as the Cougars try and score once again before halftime, extend that lead. Taysom Hill complete over the middle to Falsev. And he's out to about midfield, 17-yard pickup. And BYU will take another timeout. 30 seconds on the snap. Hill gets it out to Friel, who breaks a tackle. He has some space on the left side. Arrington in pursuit, and he is dropped in bounds as BYU is going to go hurry up. The clock still runs, 18 seconds. Hill takes off, and he is brought down again. Another face mask, this time by Ramirez. And that's going to give them an automatic first down. And that's going to give them a 1st and goal at the 7-yard line. Taysom Hill all alone in the backfield. Looking for room to run, but he's brought down behind the line, sacked. And they're going to have to hurry up if they want to get another play off. Clock is running down. 1 second left as the ball is snapped. And Hill is sacked and he drops the ball. Recovered by Lewis Mitchell. But it won't come to any fruition as time runs out in the first half. And that is your score at halftime. 24-21, BYU on top. This has turned into a very exciting game as these offenses have been pretty similar. Similar passing yards, rushing yards, time of possession, and both teams with a turnover, both happening in that last minute of the game. And we'll see how this second half goes, and we go back down to the field where Montana State is ready to receive this second half kickoff. Fellows takes it a few yards deep in the end zone, but he's tackled after a 22-yard gain, maybe out to the 20. Looking at these offenses, they've been pretty similar. BYU a bit more explosive, and we'll see how that plays out here in the second half. As McConnell is back in at quarterback here to start this third quarter. Henderson coming in motion, and that's given to Bryant up the middle. Snakes his way ahead, and the ball comes out, and it is recovered by the Cougars. Second turnover with the first play of the second half. That's not what you want to see, but it looks like they're going to review this. And I don't know about you guys, but it looks like his elbow may have been down. You know, the ground can't cause a fumble. So we'll see what the referee says. And it is reversed. Montana State will keep possession as the 2nd and 1 handoff is given to Bryant. And he is able to pick up just that with a 3-yard rush. New set of downs. Here at about the 30-yard line, Henderson comes in motion once again. McConnell pitches it out on the option. Henderson has a lot of space, and he's forced out of bounds after picking up 15 yards. We love seeing those receivers get involved in the running game, and that's going to be a very big part of this offense today is that running game, as these conditions are not conducive for passing the balls. McConnell takes this on first down, picks up 7, 150 rushing yards on the day already, and 51 of those from McConnell. Play action, gets it out quick to Harden, and his momentum takes him out of bounds. Only a pickup of 1. Full house formation on third down as McConnell's showing off the elusiveness to get inside of the tackler. And he picks up a first down, 11 yards on the carry, pushing his yardage total up past 60. New set of downs here. Just outside of the 35. Keith can't get anything going. 2nd and 8 now. McConnell's back to pass. Throws out to Keith, and Keith makes the catch, not known for his receiving ability, but that time getting 14 yards. New set of downs now inside of the red zone. Henderson gets a jet sweep, and he looking for blockers up the middle, and he gets some of them. A 12-yard pickup, and it's going to be 1st and goal at about the 7-yard line. McConnell in the pistol. A lot of pressure sent off the left side. Throws it out quick to Harden, but he is met immediately. 2-yard pickup, and it's 2nd and goal now. Bryant to the left of McConnell. As Rushing comes in motion, and Rushing gets the jet sweep. And Rushing is rushing for a touchdown. Great job by the Grizzlies. Great play call. Great blocking to leave open a huge hole that a Mack truck could run through. And Montana State takes the lead now, 28-24. Great play calling on that drive. And BYU, they'll have to answer if they want to keep up this exciting game that we see ourselves in. 1st and 10, Hill throws it over the middle to Hoffman, who has a completion, breaks away from a tackler, gets 18 yards, a huge gain from the receiver. 1st and 10 now under center. Hill is hit as soon as he lets go of the ball. Kingsley Simpson was there to apply the pressure. 2nd and 10 now. Taysom Hill is sacked, this time by Kingsley Simpson is there again. Looks like he wasn't even blocked on that play, and that'll give you a sack every time. Great job by Kingsley Simpson to explode off the ball, bring down Taysom Hill. 3rd and 13 now for the Cougars. Hill setting up a screen, it looks like, as Williams catches the pass. And he's brought down by Bobby Doucette at about midfield, stopped shy of the first down. And after the touchback, McConnell still comes out at quarterback. 1st and 10 for the Grizzlies. As Bryant gets the handoff up the middle, he's able to pick up a few. 2nd and 6 now for the Grizzlies. McConnell drops back to pass, pressure up the middle, forces him out to the right. Looks like he's just going to take off on his own. And he's able to get a 6-yard pickup shy of the first down, 3rd and inches. Bryant gets the handoff up the middle, and he has a first down and more. A decent pickup, 11 yards. And Clark Griswold is loving it. 1st and 10 now. Full house formation as Keith gets the handoff up the middle. He has a huge hole, shows off the power, takes 2 guys to bring him down after a 13-yard pickup. And these cheerleaders have got to be cold. I don't understand it. But anyway, at the 46-yard line, new set of downs. McConnell hands off to Wes Keith, who has nowhere to go. Stopped in the backfield by Uwani Unga. 2nd and 10 now. Bryant behind McConnell in the pistol. Pressure sent up the middle, and McConnell is hit as soon as he lets go. Great pressure by the Cougars, only sending 4, but it gets there. 3rd and 10, and the Grizzlies are 7 for 8 on 3rd down conversions. Hodges is in at quarterback in the Wildcat, and he throws it to Harden, and it's complete. A huge 3rd down conversion for the Grizzlies, and that gives Harden 6 catches for 67 yards. Our converted wide receiver in the Wildcat formation, coming in clutch. Looks like they weren't expecting a pass. And a new set of downs now inside of the 30, it looks like, of the Cougars. McConnell takes the read option himself, and he slides down after picking up 8. Smart move by the sophomore quarterback. 2nd and 2 as he takes the read option once again. This time doesn't slide, tries to run through a couple defenders, and he picks up 8 once more. 1st and 10 now, just inside the 15-yard line. McConnell hands it to Keith, who is able to shake off a tackler, but not the second as he's able to get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 as Bryant checks back into the game. And he's given the delay handoff and can't go anywhere. Drop for 2-yard loss, and a big 3rd and 12 coming up now. As 20 seconds remain in the 3rd quarter. Pressure sent up the middle, and McConnell goes down. Sacked on 3rd down. Marcus Johnson, who leads this team in sacks now with 3, applies the pressure. And on 4th and 19, you got to think just going to kick the field goal. But the offense stays out here on the field to start this 4th quarter. 28-24 ball game. McConnell's back to pass. Throws it out to the left to Rushing, and he is stripped. And that is recovered by the Grizzlies, but it won't matter as it is going to be a turnover on downs. An unfortunate play as Rushing just couldn't beat the press coverage by Trammell. And Trammell's able to rip the ball out, cause a fumble, and that is where the Cougars will take over possession. Inside what looks like the 15. Taysom Hill in the backfield. Williams to the left of him. Back to pass, a lot of time, but he decides to scramble up the middle, and he has some space, and he is dropped after picking up 13. Great run by the sophomore quarterback. Not very efficient on the day, but his legs are causing problems at sometimes for the Grizzlies as he takes off once again, and this time chooses to slide down. Williams gets the handoff on 2nd and 7. He gets out to the right, and he picks up another 4. Brings up 3rd and 3. Defensive line shifts as Hill, play action, gets it out to the left to Falslev, who gets just enough for the first down, it looks like, as a new set of downs for the Cougars. Hill this time takes the read option himself. He weaves around, and he has some space wide up the middle. Finally taken down by Rudy Norwood. 22-yard gain for Taysom Hill. His biggest run of the day. And a first down as the Grizzlies defense is making adjustments. Hill passes out to the right to Matthews, who is wide open and gets out of bounds, picks up 14. 1st and 10 now for the Cougars as they are just outside of the red zone. And Mitchell with a great get-off time in that snap. Taysom Hill shedding tackles in the backfield, can't get away, finally dragged down by Randall Arrington. Huge play by this Grizzlies defense. Dropping Taysom Hill in the backfield. He had nowhere to go. Couldn't pitch it. Great pursuit by the Grizzlies, bringing that pressure at the right time. And it's a 2nd and 12. Hill, play action. Decides to roll out to the right, and he is tackled by Alfred Kent, And Taysom Hill is still down on the field. Hopefully he can make it back into this game, but we will give you an update as the backup Munns comes in to try and get this 3rd and 8 conversion. Munns back to pass, throws it to the right to Oppo, but he is stopped shy of the first down. And on 4th and 4, it looks like the Cougars are going to go for it. Empty backfield, Munns takes a snap and back to pass. Pressure on the outside, throws it to Henderson, who has to come back for it, and he is stopped short of the first down. Turnover on downs. Great stand by this Montana State defense, and they take over here. New set of downs, 4:47 left in the game, and Lilly is in at quarterback, hoping to just run this clock out as he is the bit more athletic quarterback, a bit better of a runner than McConnell. 7-yard gain by Jared Bryant on that last play. 2nd and 3. This is just wildly thrown over the middle, and luckily that wasn't intercepted. 3rd and 3 now for the Grizzlies. Rushing comes in motion. Lilly hands it off to Bryant, but Bryant is met immediately in the backfield. 4th and 3 coming up for the Grizzlies, and they just have to give this back to BYU, who is set up in pretty good field position to their own 38. Near midfield with 3:30 left in the game. Plenty of time to come back and try and make a score. Munns, plenty of time in the backfield, but that just falls harmlessly to the turf as he was pressured. 2nd and 10. Grizzlies making some adjustments as they send the blitz, and this is complete to Appo, who is just shy of the first down. 3rd and inches now for the Cougars. Clock continues to run as we are ticking down to 3 minutes. Munns takes a snap, pressure sent, and that is complete to Falslev, who has 9 yards, tackled by Nathan Goodwin. A new set of downs now. The backup quarterback Munns coming in, doing a pretty decent job as he is scrambles out to the right and tackled by Kingsley Simpson. Make that a sack. Simpson's 2nd sack of the game to bring up a 2nd and 11. Great pursuit by Kingsley Simpson, and just overall a great day by him today. Getting to the quarterback, making plays all along that front line. As Munns takes his 2nd down snap, tries to get it out to the right, but that is incomplete, thrown out of bounds. And that brings up a 3rd and 11. Munns takes a snap, pressure sent off the right side, and that is incomplete over the middle. Looks like Williams was the intended target, and they are going to elect to kick the field goal. 4th and 11, and that is up, and it doinks off the upright. No good. As we go to a studio update, Texas Tech is able to outlast Kansas State, comes away with a huge upset, 36-24, and the Grizzlies are trying to do the same, have a big upset here at home against the Cougars. As on first down, 2:09 left in the game, and Bryant is able to break off a huge run of 20 yards. One of their biggest runs of the day as BYU takes their first timeout of the half. New set of downs here at about the 45. Bryant gets the handoff and shows off a bit of power, dragging a defender for 4 yards. 2nd and 6 now. Lilly takes a snap and gives it off to Bryant, who spins off of the block. Picks up 4 yards, and the Cougars take their last time out. 3rd and 2. This is going to be a big conversion as the Grizzlies line up here in the full house formation. And Bryant just gets the handoff, and he is able to get the first down, tackled from behind. But that may have all but sealed it as Jared Bryant converts the big 3rd and 2. The Grizzlies letting this clock wind down. Hands it off to Bryant, who has some blocks. Shoestring tackle. Gain of 7 yards for Jared Bryant. 2nd and 3 now. Lilly hands this off once again, this time to Keith, who picks up 3 yards. 3rd and 1. The clock winding down. And the Grizzlies come out in the victory formation as they just look to take a knee to end this one. And the Grizzlies have pulled off the upset here in front of their home crowd with a score of 28-24. A great bounce back game after the loss last week against Colorado State. Nick McConnell wins player of the game as he had a good day on the ground and was highly efficient through the air. Most of the scoring happened in the first half, slowing down in the second, but overall I thought it was a good game for us. We did make mistakes, mainly the interception before halftime, where I was just trying to get a score, and the big problem for us this game was the penalties. I don't know where those came from. I didn't have any game plan settings to create those penalties, they just happened. It was a hard fought game where we put up a lot of rushing yards, 273 to be exact, and that was a product of the playing conditions. We still passed for over 200 yards, won the conversion rate battle, and even got a turnover of our own as time expired in the first half. The penalties put us in danger of losing this game, but we were able to hold on for the win. Statistically, McConnell was extremely efficient, completing 92% of his passes. No touchdowns or interceptions from him, as those went to Andre Lilly, and Hughes, our converted high school quarterback, making his switch to wide receiver this season. He even came up with a big third down conversion for us out of the Wildcat, so I'm very content with our quarterback play this afternoon. Rushing the ball is where we excelled at, with Jared Bryant nearly reaching 100 yards and McConnell making it happen with his legs. They weren't the only ones, as Andre Lilly and LaShawn Henderson also had over 9 yards per carry average on the day, and 2 more touchdowns from Ernie Rushing and Wes Keith. We didn't get much done catching the ball, but Harden led the team with 6 catches for 67 yards, mainly acting as a safety valve since we have had some trouble in past games spreading the field, but we were able to spread the ball around with 7 different receivers having at least 1 catch. And BJ Redick made the most of his by catching our lone touchdown pass. Defensively, Jarvis Murray led the team in tackles once again. Seems like that's becoming a recurring theme, and we had 7 players make plays in the backfield, with Kingsley Simpson, who just told me last week he wants to go by King Simpson now, and Lewis Mitchell getting 2 tackles for loss and also 2 sacks apiece. No interceptions, but Lance Burley forced a fumble that was recovered by Mitchell before the half ended. No field goals attempted by Kevin Thorne, but he was perfect on his extra point attempts, which is exactly what we'd expect. And surprisingly, we only punted once, which you love to see. Checking in on Taysom Hill after that game, he was knocked out with an abdominal tear, so he's going to miss the next 3 weeks. An unfortunate loss for the Cougars, but we will definitely see more of him in this series. And after that win, we secured a couple more commitments: defensive end Lawrence Johnson and cornerback Gary Malone. Johnson is a JUCO guy out of Canada that is in line to start opposite of Rudy Norwood next year. With good size, he is quick and has good defensive moves, so I'm looking forward to seeing him taking the field for us next year. Gary Malone is another JUCO, this one out of Montana. Good size is 6 foot, 181 pounds. He is lacking in the speed and press department, so we'll have to see where he begins his career here at Montana State, whether he redshirts to work on his speed, redshirts and makes the switch to safety, or if he wins the starting job. So y'all let me know in the comments where you think his career leads, what you think I should do. And it seems like we're turning into a JUCO destination, as our first 3 commitments so far are all JUCOs, but I think the rest of the guys we have targeted are all incoming freshmen, so I'm anxious to get a few of them committed soon. And next week, we'll get closer to that season-long goal of getting into a bowl game, as we get an easy matchup against an 0-9 Utah State team. We're heavy favorites, but I will not be taking this game lightly, looking to avoid the trap game that this could turn into. We have more prospects visiting, so we'll still need to bring our A game, and they'll be without their starting quarterback Chucky Keaton, so we'll see their backup Jeff Manning, who is definitely a downgrade. Funny enough, he looks similar to Nick McConnell in his ratings, but pretty well-rounded. Looks like he may have played a game or two with an 82 quarterback rating, which doesn't really instill fear into any defense, but he can use his legs to make some plays, so we'll still need to play some solid defense, stay home on the edges, and make him make mistakes. They haven't scored more than 17 points the last 3 weeks, and that is going to be our goal next week, to keep them under that total, and maybe get some of our younger players some playing time and see how bright the future of the team looks, depending on if we can pull away in that game. Our team statistics on the year look about how I expect them to. Our passing game is struggling a bit, but we're getting better each week, at least by limiting our interceptions and turnovers. The rushing game is the backbone of our team, getting the ball to running backs, quarterbacks, even receivers out of the backfield. Next week, Jared Bryant is looking to surpass the 600-yard mark. And we have a few receivers that could pass 400 yards on the season, which I think is entirely doable next week. They've been struggling to get open and catch the ball this season, but right now it's all about improving every week. Our offensive line is struggling. It's just been a struggle this first season in general, but giving up so many sacks has definitely hindered our passing game. But the defense has surprisingly been a bright spot the past couple weeks. Starting to create pressure. I've incorporated more blitzing when I can, and I think that helped us against BYU. We're still not creating the turnovers I'd like to be having, but I think that will all come in time. And that will wrap it up for this week. I feel like my production value is getting a bit better. I'm getting more comfortable with commentary, and let me know what you guys think in the comments. I'd love to have some more engagement with my viewers. But if you like this video, why not like? If you enjoyed the game, subscribe. You can see more of the series on my channel. I have a Madden series where I am currently taking the Oakland Raiders through a bit of a sim rebuild. Think Mr. Hurricane and his current Vikings rebuild. And I'm looking forward to the next episode in our matchup against Utah State. And I hope you guys are too. Everyone take care and have a great day. Goodbye.